Hi guys, and welcome to this mindfulness webinar. My name's Imogen, I'm from imoves, and this is Carla. She's a teacher from Sheffield who's joining me today to hopefully ask the questions that you're all thinking about, and just obviously can't ask me personally, so ask away. Okay. So here we go. Just to give you a bit of background on who we are a company who really look at upskilling the existing workforce and do that through movies and planning and lots of music and lots of ways that we can upskill you virtually rather than face to face. Part of that is mindfulness, which we'll be focusing on today. But as you can see, the programme is extensive now. We started in dance, then created our PE programme, and then this year in September, we created all our active schools programme, of which the mindfulness programme is very much part of that.
Okay.
So we're going to have a good route around in the mindfulness programme today, and I'll show you how you can trial it and then have a quick look around at what else we can help you with. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Great.
Okay. So like I said, imoves is all about upskilling. So we're looking at upskilling your workforce first and foremost, getting everybody nice and confident in the facilitation of activity where they probably wouldn't be very confident to do it, or you might have at the moment lots of sports coaches coming in to do it.
Yes,
but
we do.
Yeah, but what we don't want that to continue. What we want to make sure is people feel much more confident, and you're spending your sports premium money in a way that is much more resilient, and it will have much more longevity.
Yes.
We will also look at how we can improve your 30 minutes of activity as well, and in a school, and look at how we can improve your whole school. So this is what we're passionate about. So let's move on to how we're going to include mindfulness within your active schools programme, if you like. So these are the 5 areas that we want to just have a quick look at the slide. So if you think about these 5 areas of being an active school, 2 are I've just blued out because we're not going to be focusing on those, but the other 3 areas of PE, active classrooms, active blasts, is something that we can really push mindfulness through. And so we'll just change the focus of what we're doing and just make it around mindfulness. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So we've created our mindfulness programme around these 4 things. So reducing anxiety, around building confidence, being more resilient, and having good relationships with people. So these are the 4 things that if you are thinking about pushing a mindfulness programme into your curriculum, then focusing on these 4 things is a really nice place to start.
Yeah, they need all of those. Say most children.
Yeah, particularly the anxiety and stuff like everything really, don't they? You just need to tick all of those boxes really. So that's where we need to start. They're our building blocks, if you like. So let's look at how we can start with our PE programme. That's a nice active place to start. It doesn't have to be just about breathing and things like that. That's not the mindfulness. It shouldn't be that is part of it, but definitely not all of it. So we're going to look at gymnastics and how we can make gymnastics more of a mindfulness focus than a gymnastics focus.
Yeah.
So let's look at this. You've got using posing and transition, but using trust as the focus. So in gymnastics, you have to create lots of different shapes and things like that, and poses, don't you? Hold balances and things like that. So what we've done is just change the focus. So you'd create the balances with partners, the partner counterbalances, and the focus would be obviously on the safety of that, but also on being able to achieve this through trust. So you work on that. So you create 2 counterbalances with a partner. You could do this in the classroom, to be fair. Obviously not this, but not that one that you're looking at. That would be ridiculous. But a standing-based one or something like that. So say this is gymnastics, though. That's what we're working on. Then we'd go, okay, you've had a go at a pair, so let's get into a group, and let's, so say 4 of you, 2 pairs go into a group, and they create 3 balances, trust balances, shall we call them, from the ideas that has inspired them from the pair work they've just done 5 minutes previously. So they've then got 3 group balances that they're all happy with, they all can do, and they're all been working and communicating really well. We then move on to, okay, this is how we're going to put it together. So we'll do trust balance 1. Transition will be a turning transition. So you as a teacher would be a like, okay, we're bringing in the gymnastics side of it again and the dance side of it again. So we're doing our balance, then we're going to have a turning transition, that can be anything they want, into trust balance 2. So it's about communication and all of that kind of thing. Then they'll do another transition from 2 to 3 using a travel or something, a travelling step or something like that, into balance 3. And then the last transition, you could ask them to use jumps or leaps or whatever. So each transition is slightly different, has a slightly different feel to it. And then you would just repeat balance 1, transition, balance 2, transition, balance 3. You just keep rolling the programme until it becomes nice and fluid and just, really smooth. And that's just a really nice way to change the focus of a gymnastics lesson into something that's much more mindful. It's not about trying to do something different or trying to add something in, should I say. It's about just changing the focus.
Because I'd probably do something similar. I think I have done something similar in the past, but not really thought of it as mindfulness at all.
No.
Well,
you wouldn't, would you?
No.
So it's about, well, I can do mindfulness as part of the P curriculum. I just need to change the focus of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy. And this is a movie I'd like to play for you. This is one of our daily challenges, but it's using the same concept, but in the classroom. So this is like a standing version of it. So here we go.
Reach up with the hands, step back away from your partner and feel them trusting you, you trusting them, and leaning towards each other. Lifting one leg and balancing, holding that position. We're going to build on what we did last time, and we're going to add our new pose and our new linking move. So let's have a practice. We started off with our linking legs.
So this is easily done in the classroom, isn't it?
Leaning back, holding that position, trusting your partner. Then our linking move was a turn. Second pose, elbows in, leaning away. Really trusting and holding on to your partner. Linking move, down to the floor.
So using levels there.
So are all these
Turn to
poses
face each other.
in your mindfulness planning?
Yeah.
Stepping back,
Right.
Yeah.
lifting up.
Are they part
your
of the P as well?
Leaning
Yeah, they're
into each other.
mindfulness.
So where would I find it?
And our new linking
In
move
both.
This is a...
is walking around together
I'll just stop this a
into
minute.
our first pose
And I can
again.
answer those questions for you. So the one we're looking at currently is a daily challenge, which
Okay.
is a plug and play. You just watch the movie.
Yeah.
But it's one of our daily challenges that is a mindfulness daily challenge that is all about trust.
Okay.
The gymnastics one is a mindfulness kind of adaptation that you could do. It's just about giving you the ideas. Our gymnastics program is all there for you to do, but in terms of mindfulness, how you could use the lessons that are already there, what I'm saying to you is this is how you could change it from one focus to the other. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So let's have a look at another classroom-based activity, and this is called the Grumpy Jar.
Okay.
I love this one, and we've had so many lovely reports and feedback about this. It's so nice. You can use it with any age group. So you're year 1. So you might want to do this in smaller groups to start with. So you'll have a jar with a top.
Yeah.
Half of it is filled with water. You'll have a little bowl of glitter.
Yeah.
Sorry about the glitter. I know. It does get everywhere. But so the idea is to get the kids to think about what's making them a little bit upset or sad or a little bit grumpy. They get a little bit of glitter and they say, well, this is making me grumpy, and they put it in the grumpy jar that's half filled with water.
Okay.
Okay? You go round and each one, if they might not have any, and that's fine, but you know, maybe say 60% of them has a grumpy feeling that day. It all goes in. So we then turn the top, give it a good shake, and of course the glitter's going crazy.
Yeah.
So you say, this is what your mind feels like when you're feeling stressed or anxious. It's all wah.
Okay.
So what we need to do is take a step back and do some breathing techniques. And so on our little program, you'll have a set of breathing techniques to do. So one of them might be breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out.
Yeah.
Might be that. So for 10 fingers.
Okay.
It might be rolling down, rolling up, rolling down, rolling up. Or the part 3 of our grumpy jar is where we go 2 claps on our knees, 1, 2, 2 claps here, and then we
Okay.
Breathe out. And so we do a series of breathing activities.
Yeah.
And by the time we've done that, the grumpy jar has settled, the glitter has settled, and then go, look, this is how we feel now. It's just a visualization. So you can do it as a group. You could also do it as, you've got, some teachers have now started to expand on this and go, right, I've got a grumpy jar in the corner, and kids are encouraged to go and put their grumpy feelings in every day. And so you can visually assess on, who's feeling a bit down and a bit feeling grumpy today. And then they just go and they put their feelings in, and they might do a bit of stress release themselves. Yes, and isn't that lovely?
Yeah, lovely. I like that.
And it's so simple.
Yes.
Like it?
Once they've...
Do the grumpy jar.
Yeah. And then you could take away the jar. It's just whenever you're feeling a bit on the edge, let's do some breathing.
Yeah.
That's it then, isn't it? It develops to that.
And if it's all getting a little bit angsty in the classroom, and you can feel that building, because they all feed off one another, don't they? Especially when they're little. You can go, let's do the grumpy jar. Come on, let's just do the grumpy jar. And then you go, right, okay. And they're like, let's do it, let's do it.
Yeah, I like it. That's great, I like that. That's good.
We like the grumpy jar. So that's another idea. That's something really easy to do in the classroom.
Brilliant.
Not so active. But that doesn't matter, because it's just about breathing.
Sure.
But it does refocus the mind, which is what we want to do. The next session is a little bit more active, and this is based around dance. So we've done one gymnastics-based one. This is a nice one to do in dance if you wanted to adapt it for mindfulness. So say we're looking at the 6 principles, which you can see on screen. So you've got your travelling, your turning or rotation, your jumping, leaping, balance and stillness, using different levels and plays of movements, which just make the first 4 more interesting. And the gesture is what we're going to do as a theme. So all your dance programme should really be based around these things. So if you've got these as like almost a ticky box in your head, this is what you can use with your kids. So using these things to incorporate in your dance sessions are brilliant. So you've got what you need to use. Then we need to think about, well, what music are we going to use? So have a really easy music track, and I've just chosen our freestyle track. Okay. So you might want to do a bit of music work with them if you are in dance. Let's play this. Oh, it's not working. No worries. So we do. We always kind of work in blocks of 32. So we do always have the start of the first beat of the 32 count phrase as like we call the big one. That's when everything starts. And the rest of them are just kind of, they follow on behind. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, going on throughout, 3, 2, 3, 4, and then back to the big one, as you can see there. So your music would hopefully, and what I would recommend, that you would find music that would fit to a 32 count music structure. I can't even speak. Just to say that all of our music, I know you've got the dance programme, so all of our music does fit around your 32 count music structure. For something like this, I would definitely use one of the more chilled tracks that we do, like the freestyle or the yoga tracks, or something like that. So it's you've got a calming backbeat, but it's still dance. So it has a more of a contemporary feel to it. So be mindful, excuse the pun, of your music. And this is how we're going to pull it together. So we've got the 6 principles of dance, we've got our music. Let's see if this music track works on here. Is it working? No, it's not. I'm really sorry, guys. So what we're going to do then is have a look at, well, how do we pull together this wellness and resilience? So we think about, well, what emotion or mood are we going to talk about? Or do we have a stressful event? So for maybe year 6ers, it might be all to do with SATs. Or if it's for year 3 and 4, it might be to do with bullying, for instance. So they choose what they want to kind of dramatise, if you like. You need to make sure that they're using the principles of dance within their drama, their story, which is travel, jump, turn, balance and levels. Try to move with the music with either, so they've got the 32 count that they can use for one movement and then do another movement for 32 counts, or they can just use blocks of 16. Or if they're really, they're really going for it and they're just doing shorter blocks of activity or movement, it can be 8 counts. So, but trying to keep it within the music structure so it does feel like dance. But this really helps children, particularly, shall we say, young adults. it helps them to be much more empathetic to a certain event. So if they are being bullied or they've witnessed bullying, they can, as a team, talk about who's playing what part, and then how each person might feel. So if you're being bullied, they've got to really talk about that before they can dramatise it.
Sure.
And it's just such a lovely way to deal with different awkward things that if you talk about it, it's quite dry, isn't it?
Sure.
If you're doing it,
and
very difficult for some kids because they're going, oh, this is me, just but if they're, like you say, it's just about dramatising that and making it much more real, and then they can become much more empathetic about what's happening. And that's just one idea for dance.
Yeah, okay.
Change the focus like we did in gymnastics. Change the focus slightly, but still make it a dance thing. And that might be just a one-off that you do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
For a particular, it might be particularly stressful, or a themed week that you might be doing.
Yeah, an issue that you want to deal with in the classroom. Could be anything.
I don't know. There is a bullying week, isn't there? Or
yeah,
something?
anti-bullying friendship week.
Yeah, so you could do it then. Perfect. Okay. So the last thing that we're going to talk about then is another classroom-based. We've done two PE-based ones, if you like, and then 2 classroom-based ones. This is a mindfulness one, this is movement and Pilates, and I'd just like you to have a quick look at this. This is not a full one, don't worry.
Sit forwards with your bottom
it's a
towards
montage.
the front of
Okay,
your chair.
right.
Place your feet firmly on the ground and sit up.
This is a daily
really tall.
challenge.
Shoulders down, neck nice and long like a giraffe.
And it's designed
And I'd like
to
take some big,
play in the
deep breaths
classroom
for me.
whenever you need it to.
Filling up, full of air.
So are there a bank of videos
Yeah,
like this?
absolutely, yeah. So you've got loads of breathing techniques. You start on the
Do it
chair.
one more time. And then that
So
big
it's
stretch
really
with
moving
your
the spine
arms.
as well. So it's all about kind of
Forwards,
breathing, reflection, moving that body, moving the spine, getting those neurons going again,
Yeah.
waking
Keep
up
your
those
eyes
children,
looking up
waking them up but calming them down at the same time.
Focusing them
Focusing.
in.
And I
Yeah.
want you to imagine all those grumpy, angry feelings are inside these fists, and you're going to flick them out and get rid of them. Squeeze them in again, and flick, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Anything that's
And then we do
sad or
some
grumpy or
stretches
angry,
on the end, so which is really nice. And this is like maybe a
great
10-minute
big
program,
stretch up to the top.
and you might have
Clasp your hands at the top,
a series of these that
over
you
to
can
one
just
side,
find on the
the
side,
other.
and then use when you need
back to the
to.
middle,
Really nice,
and
easy to use.
Yeah,
Really
could be
easy.
after a lunchtime, something like that.
Yeah.
Where they've come in a bit high. You need them just to focus in before they start learning.
And what I wanted to do today was to help you to use mindfulness in a way that you could use it tomorrow. So include it in the lessons that you're already teaching in PE, but also think about, well, what can I do in the classroom? And you would need to be an imoves member to use that one, but you know that things are out there that you can start to build upon already, that you might have this set of resources, but you know that there's more that you can focus on with other companies like ourselves. So I'd like you now just to put your head down on the desk, and you guys can do that as well. So put your head down on the desk.
Right.
This is just our last showcase, if you like. It's our audio program, and it's about visualization, and really it's not active. It's about keeping the mind really focused, and it's about those 4 things. So this one's about confidence, and it's for years 5 and 6. And our audio program is literally just come out. It's brand new. And I just want to showcase some of it so you can see how lovely it is. And hopefully the kids will love it. So the kids, if you can imagine, are face down.
Yeah.
It's all quiet-ish.
Hopefully. Yeah.
And
should be at the end of it.
here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to this iMove session to help you relax. This is some time for you to relax your mind and your body. And you don't need to think about anything else other than listening to the sound of my voice. You may be aware of people and noises around you, but you don't need to bother about them now, unless it's really important for you to notice them. Just be aware of areas of your body that need to get more comfortable.
That's really nice.
Oh, good. I know, I was going to sleep then. So I thought, I'm going to have to stop this.
You think, how often is it just quiet like that in the
I know.
classroom?
I know.
And it's really nice. Just doing that for, how long was that? A minute or
A
something?
minute, something
I mean,
like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
That's lovely. Really nice.
But then they get to kind of visualise this whole safe space that they can go to and feel happy and confident. And I think each one's only probably about 7 minutes long.
Okay.
So you're not asking a lot from them to be. It's not. I know it feels like a long time, but 7 minutes. That's a minute gone already.
There'll be some kids. I mean, what do you do with those? Because there will be some kids that are just going to muck around because they can't handle doing that sort of thing. I mean, maybe take them out the classroom.
You could do this in smaller groups.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would do it, but you know, as a
always
teacher,
the ones
there's
that,
always
you
need to manage some of it.
Yeah.
But for the majority of the children, they would
because a lot
really
of them
benefit.
won't have done anything like that.
No.
It's great for them. I like
Well, this is why we chose to do the mindful audio program, because we didn't want it just to be all about activity. It has to be about something else. So if you have a quick look at the slide, the program looks at year 1, and so if you have a quick look at the slide, thanks. We need to look at year 1, year 3 and 4, year 5 and 6. It's the same audio, but there's slightly different themes.
Okay.
So you'll always have one about resilience, always have one about confidence, la 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 la. So you can see that it's a really nice program that you can just dip in and out of. And they might favour one over the other, but if you're going through an anxious time, you'd play the anxiety one, of course. So, and it's all there as part of the PE package or the Active Schools package. Okay. It's really nice. So round up for today then. First of all, change the focus of your PE if you're trying to build in trust, relationships, emotions, or anything like that. An active classroom burst, you could do chair-based Pilates, chair-based yoga, some stretching, which we've talked about, the audio calmer that we've just talked about, simple breathing activities like the grumpy jar. I mean, we've just touched on it today. We've literally scratched the surface of what you can do with mindfulness today. But hopefully...
Really, this could be done in your PSHE lesson.
Completely.
SEAL lesson. We don't have to find extra time.
No, there's no time needed. You just kind of
it into that.
Change the focus of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And use different ideas. If you can make it active, great.
Sure.
Because then you're building in your active 30 as well. But it's up to you. You know your group. But that's what we've done today, and hopefully that has kind of sparked your imagination of what to include, those 4 topics. And then how you can just change the focus of different lessons that you're already teaching.
Sure.
Cool. So how can we help you be in an active school? So how can we help you guys use our resources? So look at this. See what you think. Getting children active every day has been shown to improve grades by up to 12%, as well as produce happier, healthier kids. But finding the time and resources to plan activity into your day can be difficult. That's why we've launched the imoves Active Schools Challenge, a free 30-day series of cross-curricular activities that gets children moving within a classroom setting. Children are given points for activities and are rewarded with their Active Pioneer certificates to celebrate their progress. We support your development in teaching a wide variety of activities, helping you to normalise active learning. In just 10 days, we will see happier, healthier, better behaved children that are ready to learn. Take part in the challenge for free by visiting imoves.com/activeschoolschallenge. So, looking just at a screenshot there, you can see that there's on Wellness Wednesday with the daily challenges, it's all about mindfulness. So there's lots and lots of ideas in there if you were to come on board with us.
Can you just set that rolling so that they could come in the morning and do this?
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'd set up the Wellness Wednesday challenge, and I don't know, you've got thousands to choose from.
Sure.
And depending on what you want to cover that week, it just gives you a description, and you can choose which one you want to do, which one's most appropriate for what you're doing in that time, and off you go.
Great. Okay.
Cool. So I know you've already got dance at the moment, which is, I know it's going really, really well in your school, isn't it? And so if you wanted to use any of the mindfulness stuff, then you'd be wanting to upgrade to the active classrooms. Right. So if you just have a quick look at this screen here, if you aren't a member at the moment and you're just looking to trial things, then you can try any of these resources, and I'll show you how to do that right now. But these are just the kinds of prices that you'll be looking at, as a school, and these are yearly prices. So in terms of mindfulness opportunities around using the imoves programme, you'd have things like you'd be able to build confidence, you'd lots of team working activities, lots of relationship building activities, resilience, mood management. So it's not just the mindfulness programme that you would be looking at to really focus, but it's just the whole programme in itself. So that's really a nice way to look at it, if you like. And you can use your sports premium funding, and Ofsted will be very happy with that. Okay, so your daily active challenges are all about different days of the week. As you see, your mindfulness ones are very much on the Wednesdays. Everything else is could be maths or science or English based, or just having fun based.
yeah, great. I like that.
Yay! We like that. This is what's included now. You know what's included because you've got the dance, but all the program that we have, you'll have lesson plans, you'll have movie, you'll have music, you'll have flashcards. It's everything that a non-specialist will need to teach a really high quality activity, whether it be in PE or whether it be in the classroom.
Okay.
So, in terms of what we've done today, how have you found the webinar? Have you found it useful or a complete waste of time?
No. I liked the grumpy jar.
Okay.
I can use that easily in the classroom.
Yeah.
I like how combining the dance or the gymnastics with the mindfulness as well.
Yeah.
I'm ticking the PSHE box and the PE box there in one go. Because it's times to when you can do this.
Yeah.
So if we can put them together, great.
Yeah.
It
a
works.
bit of a mashup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that visualization at the end.
Did you like that? I thought we'd lost you then, to be honest.
Nearly.
I thought you'd gone.
I'd love to do that in my classroom. That would be brilliant.
Just you asleep
Just
though.
at the end. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, the kids can join in.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today. You've been brilliant. Thank you so much.
Okay, my pleasure.
Good luck with all your mindfulness stuff. And email me with any questions if you have any. Take care. See you next time.